We're talking with Tommy. Tommy, you're with Allworth Money Matters.
Hi, Scott and Pat. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate your time. Hopefully, I'm not wasting it, and I apologize if so. I got a few questions. One, is there anything that my wife and I can do better? And then two, more specifically in the future, if we keep going the way that we're going, do I need to start planning anything around pre-tax, post-tax, and RMDs? And then lastly, we have a very special 2-year-old that has two congenital heart defects. So I just wanted to ask if you guys, anything that we're not doing for him that we could potentially do in the future, just want to make sure we're on the right track of taking care of him.
How many kids do you have?
We have 3 kids, 7, 4, and 2.
And how old are you?
Just turned 36 last week, and my wife's 33.
And do you both work out of the home or just one of you?
Just me. She's a full-time stay-at-home mom. Appreciate everything she does, and now she is the keeper of a bunch of doctor's appointments.
Yeah. So
family income approximately?
I make my base salary is $175.
And with the how much additional medical costs are you incurring each year?
So we're
medical, travel to specialists, all that stuff.
Yeah. So luckily we have a great children's hospital in Cincinnati. So that's right in our backyard where we live. So not a lot of travel expenses, but we do hit our out-of-pocket max, and we are taking advantage of, and we're very appreciative for Ohio Bureau of Medical Handicaps. He does qualify for some coverage under that. So we're taking advantage of that as well.
And realistically, will he have significant medical costs in perpetuity?
Yes. So he gets echocardiograms right now every 3 months, which are not cheap. And then he's got aortic stenosis and coarctation of the aorta. Not to go too far into details, but at some point he will have to have that aortic valve replaced, which will be some type of operation, and it's kind of kicking the can down the road as far as we can right now with all these echoes to figure out when that time's going to be.
And unfortunately, I have a fairly good understanding of this. I had a daughter that was born with a congenital heart defect that was very, very serious. And the plan was that she was going to have surgery at the age of 18 months, 7 years, and around 15 to 16 years of age, because the valves that they replace them with don't continue to grow, but the heart does.
Right.
I expect that you're on the same path.
Yes, he had a cath procedure at 2 days old, and then again at 3 months, and he's been doing great. So it's just kind of kicking the can down the road, but it's amazing what they're coming up with.
It's crazy. It's absolutely it's mind-boggling. Where in fact now they can do in vitro surgery on many of these hearts, which is just Every time people actually talk about the cost of health insurance, I just have to remind myself of some of the benefits.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, God bless you. Take care of them, obviously. And it's a road. It's a road. So I assume you have a trust set up.
Yeah. So I can go through all the,
stats fire away.
Metrics. I'm a finance nerd, self-proclaimed, so we'll see how well I do here on this quiz. So 401k, I have 316,000. Roth IRAs, I have 135,000. Brokerage, I have 173,000. Cash, I have 43,000. 529s between all three combined is 134,000.
Wow.
HSA is 14,000. And then our home is fully paid off. Market value estimate is 283,000. And then we do have some money in brokerage accounts for the kids, total of 36,000.
Did you inherit any money?
No. We my mom and my parents, and we both have great parents, which we're very thankful for. My mom had a savings bond when we bought the house, so I had at least $20,000 to put down. But no, we have not. Sorry. Long-winded answer.
How much life insurance do you have on yourself and your spouse?
I don't have any on my wife. That's probably one thing I should get on. She says she's not worth anything. I say she's priceless. But I have $1 million through USAA and then $500,000 through my employer, so $1.5 million total.
I would suggest bumping that up.
I would double it.
Double it? Okay.
I've never seen anyone die with too much life insurance.
It's not that.
And you've got it's particularly because the special child you have, that like the extra care it requires.
And your wife, I would take out a $1.5 million life insurance policy on your
It's
spouse.
cheap when you're young, unless you have some health problem. It's cheap.
Get like a 10 or 15 or 20 year level term.
Okay.
I'm 59. My 20-year level term just came up this month, and my premiums went up from, I think I was $1,200 for $2 million a year for a $2 million policy, and now it'd be $12,000 a year. But I don't need the.
Well, that's because they're afraid of adverse selection.
Of course.
And so
the only reason I keep it is if I couldn't get insurance anymore.
That's right. So you want to move yours to $3 million and your spouse to $1.5 million. Do you have disability insurance through your employer?
Like nothing special, I guess. I don't sign up for anything that I'm aware of collectively.
You want to buy as much disability insurance as your employer will sell you. Do you work for a large company?
Small private.
How small? How many employees?
About 400.
Oh yeah,
they should have disability.
You should have
if
some.
Not, you should browbeat your employer to getting a disability plan.
Yeah, it doesn't cost them anything.
Group disability insurance is pennies compared to private.
Yeah, you want to buy as much disability insurance that they will sell you.
Okay. And I might already have that. I'll go back and double check.
Well, you'd pay extra for
it's not
normally
that much.
They give you a base amount, a little bit of a base, but you want to buy as much as they will absolutely sell you. You want to buy as much life insurance from them as they will absolutely sell you. And you do have a trust in place. I know I asked that question before.
Yeah, we have a living trust, and I also have $1 million in umbrella insurance as well, if that helps with anything.
Yeah, you might want to bump that up a little.
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
It's funny. I was driving this weekend, and there was there's the billboards. I don't know if Cincinnati is like that, but a lot of cities now, every billboard is an attorney, a personal injury attorney. And it was it said $15 million, a $15 million settlement. And I thought, well, I certainly wouldn't want a $15 million settlement against me. Like, what happened? Where it was some sort of accident.
You're doing great. It's actually, I assume your wife worked for many years.
No, she was a school counselor for a few years, and then stayed home when we had our second.
I mean, it
child.
seems like you've got.
Oh my gosh, this is really impressive.
I know. How can we help you?
Yeah.
I don't know. 36.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
So I don't know if there's anything special I could do for him that we could set up. And then my other question is if we keep going on the way that we're going, is there anything that I need to consider as far as, and I know this is a frequently asked question, but the Roth IRA versus 401k, I haven't thought too much. It's been in the back of my mind, but do I need to worry about thinking about required minimum distributions at some
Who
point?
knows what the tax law is going to be 30 years from now, 40 years from now.
You're doing
40 years.
You're doing everything right. So that I think about, so if I was his age,
well,
I might buy some more term life insurance above the $3 million and set up something inside the trust to provide.
He's got plenty of assets, so I don't think. Do you in your living trust? Do you have something that would create a special needs trust for your 2-year-old?
That's what I was thinking, and you would fund it with the life insurance policy.
You don't need to set it up now. Just like if something happens, you and your wife both get killed today for some you can have a special needs trust where And the purposes for this is so that there's assets there that can provide some additional income, but also preserve some of the government benefits that he qualifies for.
Okay.
That's essentially the purpose of it, right?
But this, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely.
No. That's what. But would you'd fund it? The question, Scott, is the difference between the cost of the $3 million and the $4 million will be negligible in life insurance. You'd fund it through life insurance.
You could. Well, his estate is not that large, you mean?
Yes.
But something happens to you, you get killed today, and like your wife's lifestyle's changing.
As is your children's. I got to tell you, I think I would put a special needs trust inside of my trust. I'd increase the insurance.
That gets set up upon your desk. You don't have to go through the hassle of setting up the desk.
That's right.
You can spell out your objectives during it.
Right. And then I'd increase the insurance from $3 million to $4 million. The cost will be negligible.
Yeah, as long as you've got good health, it's not that, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, and then it would be funded, the special needs trust would be funded in case of your death at that point in time, and then come back and revisit it when your child's 15, 18 years of age.
I mean, it seems like everything else you've got.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we talk about diversifying your tax strategy, and it looks like you've already done that beautifully.
It's impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, and then one other follow-up on that. I don't know if I mentioned this, but our home is fully paid off.
Yes, so
I don't know if does that impact any of the life insurance covers.
No.
Okay.
It wouldn't. You're not getting a $10 million or $20 million policy.
And it's term insurance for a specified term period of time, right? Which the idea is you're not going to need as much insurance 20 years from now, and your kids are grown and stuff, and your assets have grown and accumulated, and your chances of dying in the next 20 years are so slim. But if something happens, I mean, that's a big hole.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You otherwise you got a perfect score.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate the call.
Thanks, Tommy. You know, it's interesting, Pat. Last study I looked at, there's half as much life insurance death benefit. It's a strange name, but the true insurance amount. There's half as much life insurance death benefit enforced today as there was 30 years ago.
That makes sense. Smaller population is a percentage.
What?
The people in the age group that would actually buy life insurance.
There's not half as many people.
Well, understand that, and there's not as many people selling it. Right.
And it's not discussed that much either.
No, I mean, you look at this. This guy got a perfect score except for this gaping hole.
So now we're giving him a ding. It's not quite perfect.
Right.
Got the red marker. So much for that A+, A-.
You're familiar with D's.
I never got any D's.
I didn't get D's.
I meant on papers and stuff, perhaps.
Not in the classes.
C's.
You were smart enough.
Yes. It wasn't stupid. If you get a D, you have to retake the class. You get at least a C.
Just like the most minimum amount, the minimum amount of work
Pat, I don't understand. I look back when I was I had a trigonometry class in high school. I'm good with math, and I enjoy math. A trigonometry class in high school, and the first day he puts up his grading key, and I look at it. I'm a math guy, right? I look at it and this guy is a fool, because if I get an A on the first exam, I can get an F on everything else, and he has to give me a C. And that's exactly what I did. I never turned in another page, didn't do my homework.
Which is,
I look back, I was just like a punk. I don't know what.
This is why people leave the profession of teaching, is because people like you, where they looked at you and said, this kid has so much potential, but he is so lazy.
I don't know what it was. And once a year, they call me into the office because he has aptitude tests. And they, Scott, you're here in the aptitude, but your GPA, you're down here. Like, what's the disconnect? And I don't know. Fortunately, my kids none of them followed that same pattern, because it would have driven me crazy.
And you never told them what you did.
You know what? I had contempt for the teacher after I first saw his grading key. I'm like, if your kid's be smart enough to figure out how a high school student can scan the system,
it was his fault. I can see that. I 100% see that, Scott. It was
I don't know.
It was a teacher.
By the way, if you've got a similar kid, don't worry. That like I've got some friends. I'm like, let me tell you my like teen years. So they're not. And I wasn't a bad kid. It wasn't like I was into drugs or anything bad like that. It was just. I don't know. I don't know why I've even mentioned that. I don't know if this is helpful for my reputation or harmful, but there it is.